I'm saying that we in the press need to look at this as a moment to look at history and how does Donald Trump have a debate about how he fits into the context of fascism, but a new American kind of fascism.
A new American kind of fascism? You mean the kind the left has been practicing for decades? The kind that goes on college campuses right now, where conservative speakers need police guards if they even get invited? Jane Velez-Mitchell is on the panel, founder of JaneUnchained.com and New York Times bestselling author. And Niger Innis, chairman of Tea Party Forward and civil rights activist. Welcome to both of you. Niger, there's fascism, all right. It's not new, and it's American fascism, and it is practiced yesterday, today, and will be tomorrow, because they've already warned us about war is coming, by the left.
That's exactly right, Steve. That's 100% right, and it's been practiced for 30 years. It's a left-wing, neo-McCarthyite totalitarianism. And the moment that there's a little bit of pushback from folk that have been holding it in and being civil for decades, the mainstream establishment media goes crazy.
Hey, are you crazy? Okay, who was it that did the fascist symbol that has now been condemned by a former head of the Anti-Defamation League? Donald Trump, who asked people literally to hold up their right hands and pledge allegiance to him. It was described by a Holocaust survivor.
Jane, put down the Nazi symbol, Jane. Donald Trump did not do that. He said Donald Trump raised his right hand, which you do in a court of law. Is that a Nazi symbol?
No,
and he said, hey, pledge your vote to me. So what? Give me a break.
It's an embarrassment for the Republican Party. My dad was a conservative Republican. He's turning over in his grave right now. Wake up, Republicans, and wake up all ethnicities. He's coming after you. He may not have gotten to you yet, but he will get to you.
That voice from Jane is the sound of fear. It is the sound of the grassroots conservative movement being revitalized, about Donald Trump pulling in tens of thousands of Americans that are sick and tired of political left-wing correctness coming out of the mouth of Jane and our buddies on the left.
Let me tell you something. He has encouraged violence. He has created a situation that's an embarrassment. It's a global embarrassment.
All right, Jane, let me ask you a question. Jane, let me ask you a question. He encouraged George Soros's MoveOn.org to be violent, right? He encouraged. Wait a minute. He encouraged.
A protester did punch.
Jane, and he encouraged. Jane, what would happen if a thug rushed the stage of Hillary Rodham Clinton and was wait a minute. Bring it down. I got to talk. And was tackled to the ground? Would a judge release him? And would CNN then go to this man's whatever house and treat him like he was some kind of god, Jane?
It's caught on tape that a Trump supporter punched a protester.
I'm not talking. Jane, answer my question, Jane. If you can't, Niger can. Niger, maybe you could answer the question. Go ahead, Niger.
Yeah, look, Trump has had tens of thousands, more people than Hillary, more people than Bernie, okay, come out of the woodworks, folk that have been not voting because they've been disappointed in both political parties. He has ignited a grassroots populism that is healthy for our democracy. Jane should be embracing that. And to answer your question,
violence at rallies is not healthy.
Out of tens of thousands, you have one knucklehead that throws a punch at a guy who put up his finger at him. All right, come on, give me a break.
Please, that's not caught on tape.
You guys on the left are such hypocrites. You
made
all kinds of
guys.
Occupy Wall Street and these loons that destroy cities.
One at a time. Jane, let me ask you a question. We hear a lot about the Muslim woman who was thrown out of the event or escorted out of it. This is about a month ago. She wore a yellow star that said Muslim, but it was a Jewish star that said Muslim, mocking what the Jews went through in Nazi Germany. You think that's not, I'm not saying anybody should touch her, and I don't think anybody did. If they did, they're wrong. But do you think that that's the kind of thing you would do at a rally where everyone else is feeling the other way?
I cannot be held accountable for everything that every single person in the United States does, but
but Donald Trump can. Whoa!
For one isolated individual.
And he is a disgrace. And he has brought us so low. Wake up, Republicans. This is your chance to stop him tomorrow in Ohio, in Florida, in 5 crucial states. Otherwise, we are going into a very dangerous place.
Jane, how much is the Trump campaign paying you to get the vote out for him, number one? And number two, if you can't be responsible for everything everyone in America does, how can Donald Trump? I had to end it there, but I'm glad I could. Niger Innis, Jane Velez-Mitchell, gotta go. Thank you very much. When we come back, a look at how Ronald Reagan handled protesters and how they rushed the stage on him. Don't go away.